Hello everybody. So make sure everything's working this time, because it seems like we got it fixed last time, but then every time I start a new stream it's messed up again. So let me just pull up the stream on my phone. I apologize. Let's see. Okay, there we go. I figured it out. It's working. Appreciate you guys joining. This is Tour of the World episode 13. I should know that. 1 second. It is 13. Okay. If you remember where we left off, we're just to the west of Vancouver, in Tofino, right here. So not the seaplane base, but Tofino-Long Beach. Here we go. Right here. We're gonna take off from there, fly over to Vancouver. Hopefully do some sightseeing, probably on the way out of Vancouver. We'll land there first and then take off again, do some sightseeing, and head down to Seattle, our first place we're going to visit in the US for our large tour. Then after Seattle, we're going to fly to Forks, which has some nice forest around it, and if you don't know, that's the home of Twilight, so we're trying to visit all landmarks, big and small, and that's one of them, so we'll be landing there. And then we'll be flying from Forks to Portland, Oregon, down here. No, that's not far enough. It's Seattle. Where's Portland? Oh, it is there. That's Portland there. Okay. So yeah, that's what I have planned so far for the episode. We'll see if we are going and it doesn't take that long, because they're not that long of flights. We'll add some more in. So let's change the weather to June. Oh, it is okay. Doesn't look like it on the map, but I imagine once we go in, it will be just fine. We are using a new plane today, as you probably saw in the thumbnail and description, or title as well. Sorry, let me open my mixer. My game is very, very loud for myself. One moment. I'll turn it down for you guys a bit. Let me know if it's too loud or anything in the chat. Alright, yeah, we're flying the Innivil's Embraer 170. I also have the 175. When you buy them, you get both. So for now, we're just going to be using the 170, the smaller one. Let's open up our tablet and get our flight started. I'm excited. I haven't done anything with the plane yet, so it's going to be the very, very first time I'm flying it. Literally just installed it and made sure it showed up, and that's it. So let's pull up the spreadsheet here. Our last Canadian flight. So if you have seen the YouTube short, the most recent one, I have like the map where it shows all the flights we've done so far, and it includes this one, even though we haven't done it yet. So this is our final flight. We haven't technically finished Canada yet. And then we're on to Washington State. Here we go. Let's see if the Innivil's plane is in here. So let me pull up my aircraft list. There we go. Pull up my other monitor. Let's see, 170. Beautiful, it is. Okay. E170 on here. That makes sense. Here it is, and the 175 is there too. Nice. Oh, there's two there. That's E190, E170. And we want the Innivil's. Okay, maybe it's the other one. ERJ 170, 175, 190. I guess it doesn't matter, but I assume they would have had the Innivil's one in here, but E170. I'm very excited to be flying a Embraer. I've wanted to for a long time. I just haven't had one, so I didn't realize this one was available for 2024. Last time I checked it, it was only available for 2020, but that was a while ago. So here's our flight plan. We'll be coming in. Pretty neat approach. Good afternoon, CSG. Hope your Valentine's Day went well. Yes, it still is for me, Jacob. I know it's tomorrow for you, but Claire's at work right now, so I'll get in a stream in before that. Just working for a couple hours. Alright, generate that. We're only going to 21,000. I'm very, very excited to fly this. I don't know, I really want to fly more regional jets, especially on this series where we're doing small flights. You're going to see this plane a lot. Obviously, we'll do a lot of base game planes too, because we're going to be flying every single plane in the game for this whole series. And try to mix it up when we can, but obviously I'm going to fly this one quite a bit for a while, I imagine, if I like it, because I just got it, so it's exciting still. Yeah, there's just not too many regional jets in the game. Obviously, you have the private jets, but like regional airlines. I don't have the Aviator Edition, so I don't get the ATR. So there's the Saab, which is also a prop, and it doesn't work. And the Heart Aerospace ES30 is also a prop one, and it doesn't work. But yeah, so we don't have many planes. We don't have the CRJ or anything, which I wish we had. So our first flight will be flying Delta. There's no Canadian liveries, unfortunately. There's lots of liveries, though, so it'll be nice. Once we're in the U.S., we can mix it up a lot. Love this little thing. It's nice and small, but it's still, you know, an airliner that we get to fly. So it's gonna make it. It's gonna be a great plane for the series, doing all these short little hops. It's perfect. So yeah, as soon as I saw that it was available for 2024, I thought I'd grab it. And we're only a couple weeks away, or about a week away, maybe 10 days or so, until the AnyBuild's A350 that's been long awaited for like four years, I think, comes out, which will be amazing. I cannot wait for that. It's so detailed, it looks awesome. Nice. Okay, I didn't know if it was steam gauges or anything like that, or modern. It is modern, so I imagine we'll be playing this a lot. But yeah, the A350 looks just amazing. So when we do our longer flights, we'll definitely be using that. It sounds amazing, and I'll probably do some free flights in it just because it's, when it comes out, I'll be so excited to fly it. It looks so good. It's like $100 Canadian, but it's gonna be well worth that. They've been working on that for so long. Test the flight controls. Yeah, the Embraer flight stick is so interesting looking. All right, let's check out how to actually do this. Can we do, what is this? Huh. No way. This is awesome. So I can tell him to like do the pre-flight stuff, or like maybe it shows up when we're pre-flight. That's cool. Okay, I love that. I remember when I did the last modded plane I flew is the free fly-by-wire A320, which I loved flying that plane in 2020. Just because it had little features like that, like you could hear the flight attendant and all that stuff. I'm ready to see the A350 in game. Me too. It looks. You should go watch they have like a 2-hour stream. You can just skip through it. At least go to the takeoff and listen to the engines and the gear coming up. All the sounds are so crazy. They did a really good job with it. Warning voices. Yeah, let's turn that on. Oh, on's on this side. Oral voices. I don't know what that means. So on would be on this side. That doesn't make sense because like here it's telling me to choose a language. So is this on? I guess we'll see. All right, so we don't need that for anything else. That's just for some features like settings. We can't actually use it in flight. It'd be nice if the checklist was on there or something, but I do like holding it as well. So let's go here. Hope they put some checklists in. They did. Perfect. I mean, it's a paid plane, so I'd hope so. Oh wow, look at that detail. AnyBuild's is great. This is also one of their older planes, so I can't, and their cheapest. So don't expect like insane stuff. This is not going to be what their A350 looks like at all. That thing is crazy. All right, let's turn the battery on.
Autopilot.
We'll try to remember these things so we can do them by heart eventually. Standby battery switches on. Our ground power unit. Do we have a GPU? We do, but they're not connected, so let's just not do that. We won't always. Battery switches, then. So, what was our standby battery switch? It's supposed to be off. That's not that, is it? Oh, to work week went well. It did. I have Friday off for some reason. Just sometimes you get random days off. Just how it is with court. And yeah, I had today off. So, and Monday is family day in Canada, so it's already a long weekend. So it's a super long weekend for me. So that's great. Okay, so that standby battery switch must be set off. I know it highlights this, but I don't think that's what the first one is. Because now battery switches go to on, but where's standby? Maybe they just misnamed it on there. I'm not sure. Maybe it's supposed to be off. If you're doing the ground power unit, then you turn it on. But I don't know. Either way. Let's go to auto. Generator on auto. Okay, they're up here. On auto. Cannot change it to auto. Okay, maybe the ground power unit has to be on. Let's see. On is available. It says auto. Change this to auto. I'm scrolling my wheel and I hear clicking sounds, but it's not actually moving. How's the cats? They're great. They've been getting along a lot better now. Like they're fully playing and everything. It's fantastic. Generator. Both alternators must be set to on. One second, sorry. I'm just getting a phone call. Sorry, I was just getting a phone call there. Just send a message. Generators. I don't know how to change this here. ESS bus tie. That's there, I can see that. Oh, AC bus ties to auto. But why can't I change these? That seems very important. Batteries on. Both alternators must be set to auto. I can't do that. Alright. Well, I don't know what to do with that here. That's set. That can't be set. Electrical equipment. On. Okay. Fuel pumps on auto. Where are they? They're here. Auto. We can start debut now. No, it won't let me go to start. Just on. Why is it like going back like that? It's like something else is not on. It probably has to be these.
Autopilot.
Oh, it is starting. So confused. Okay, the APU has started. Alright, sorry. That started then. Even though it doesn't seem like it is. Okay, now it is on. It just doesn't actually go to the start thing. That's weird. The APU bleed, where is that? Okay, it doesn't show me, so we're gonna find it. Let's see. Where's air conditioning staff? Here it is. APU bleed, there we go. Navigation lights on. Passenger signs. On. What was that? Sterile? I don't know what that is. Hydraulics to auto. Okay. Pressurization. Set and check. Cabin altitude. Up, down. What is this? Auto. And that seems like that's like the manual controls if you're not on auto, so that should be fine. Just auto. Pitot heat on, or auto, that's fine. Anti-ice off. Wow, thank you, Caden. That's so appreciated. This is the guy that keeps texting me that I keep looking away for. Alright, air conditioning is here. I don't know what I'm doing with this. I'll just turn it all on. Does this plane come in some edition, or did you get it somehow else? You have to get this through the AnyBuilds website. It's about 18 Canadian, or I think it was like 10.50 Great British Pound. So it converted to 18 Canadian, so that'd be like 12 or 13 American, I think. Maybe a bit less. Sure, that looks fine. Engine bleed air, that should not be on, I don't think. Because the engines are not on, but I don't know how to fly, so whatever. Sure. Passenger oxygen, auto. Nope, that doesn't work either. Oh, okay, it does. The controls are just backwards. So maybe that's the problem with these ones. Nope, they just don't move no matter what. Okay. Flaps are up. I think, right? I didn't put them down, so. Yep, flaps are up. Unless that's the speed brake. What is that? Auto spoiler. I think that might be the speed brake. Yeah, it is. Where's the flaps? Oh, they're there. Okay. Flaps are up. Trim is good. We're going to program the FMC, so this is going to be completely new, and I usually look this up in advance, so I have no idea what to do here. Yeah, no worries. Av. Okay, and I'm never mentioning your name again. Those 2 times now are the only ones. Alright, so this is already in the plane, looks like. Cost index is not right though, probably. Nope. So can I overwrite them then? 16. Cost index, there we go. Yeah, cruising is not right. So I don't know why stuff is in there, but it's not the right stuff, so I don't know where I got that from. It might be the plane's automatic calculation, I guess. Slash. What's the temperature? -7. Oh, that's the dew point. Oh, I guess that is the temperature. Okay. -7. We're in June, are we not? We should have been. That's what I said it as. Why is it -7 in June? Alright. Unless this is going off real stuff. It probably is. Let's just do real time and weather. Why not? There we go. Real time, real weather. So that makes sense. Let's see what else we have to do here. That's all fine. Wind. Oh, we don't have to do that. Okay. Progress. Nope. Performance. Looks like takeoff stuff is all calculated for us. Runway is wrong though, so it's irrelevant. Runway 25. How do I change that? That's pretty important. Unless that was in here, in the init. Flight plan. Let's see, from here. Oh yeah, that's how you do it. Flight plan from departure 25 and none here. Insert, and then the destination arrival. ILS 8 left. Doesn't say Y or Z though, so let me just check this. Unload. Happy birthday, Caden, by the way, if you're watching. I didn't forget. There we go. 25, 8 left. Island 8. Oh, it doesn't tell me an approach. I have to choose it still. Okay. So ILS 8. Let's see. I don't know why this is so small. The tablet again, but whatever. There's so much crap on here too. Yeah, that looks fine. ILS 8 left Y. Let's do that. There we go. And that doesn't connect. So I need to actually change this. Let's remove it. We need to do ILS 8Y with the transition. This says transition final. Transition final. Ekram. Let's see what this one looks like. No, I don't know. Let's just add this one in. It's fine. We'll do no transition, just insert. That's fine. There's no discontinuities between that, I don't think. These, I don't, I'm confused. I just chose that as my alternate. Oops. I need to do this one. Arrival. ALSY, insert, there we go. Okay, that looks fine. It's not messed up, that's all I need to know. Okay, what else do we gotta do in here? Data. Nope. It's fine. Flight plan's fine. I'll have to enter that. Let's do the ILS stuff early because it's a very short flight. And we're going to be learning how to fly the plane in general, so I don't want to do this stuff in the air. I might not have time. Let's see. The ILS frequency is 110.55. Oh, it wants the letters too, okay. ITL 110.55. Oops. There we go. No, it doesn't want that. Can I just enter them by itself? No, okay. That's fine. It's already in there. Okay. Hopefully that's good enough then. I have no idea. Let's clear that. I want to try to do this right. If I just do ITL, what happens? Okay, that happens. So clear that. Why can't I clear that now? Fantastic. 110.55. Nope, okay. Well, I don't know what's gonna happen there. Hopefully that works. Can I just enter this? Last try. There we go. We just gotta do it one at a time, starting with the letters. Got it. ATC, can't click on that. So it looks like we're fine. We have the init. Done. Performance is calculated on its own, but it's still the wrong runway, right? Or has that changed now? Oh, okay, that's changed. Good. Flaps, clean flaps. That's probably not what we want. What are our flap settings on this plane? Is it by degrees or settings? It looks like settings. So what is flaps 1? It just shows flaps 1. I don't know the actual how much flaps that is. 1 second. Looking up the normal takeoff flap setting. Let's see. .178. Flap 4 is the same as flap 5. Oh, this is not helpful. What is the normal takeoff flaps? This is not helpful. So I guess flaps 1 or flaps 2. Let's see how much flaps 2 is. We'll figure it out ourselves. Let's see. Sure, let's take off with flaps 2. That seems fine. It's a small plane and a decent sized runway, so that'll be our first test. So yeah, V1's 117. What if we put flaps 2? That doesn't change the calculation. That's not great. It doesn't have to. Okay, I have to press it again. 107. That's real slow, so that's good. If I do flaps 1. Sure, it doesn't change anything. Alright, let's do flaps 1 then. And I'll set them now, why not? Next phase, climb. Approach, of course we have to do that stuff. So I'm going to do that part in the air at least. Let's check our flight plan here. Is it touchscreen or how does this work? It is. Can I change the zoom or something on here? Map. Zoom out. I see. Okay. That doesn't look like it has the approach. But okay. It doesn't look like it has this flight plan in it. The arrival, ILSY. Insert. Okay, well, hopefully that's where it works. I don't know. Let's turn on. What does NDV mean? VOR. Approach. Map. I've got no idea what I'm doing. There we go. So we can go into plan mode. We don't need that right now, though. Let's go to normal map. Systems. Okay. Back to the map. Let's go see what all this stuff does. Data, yeah, we want those on. Weather, that's helpful. And terrain. Okay, let's check the ATC and get the altimeter. Shouldn't have too many more things to do. That's not what I want. Okay, let's do it through the tablet then. There might not be one. ATIS here. We are at CYAC. And we're on live weather, so this will work. The altimeter is 2997. It's right here, you can see on the PFD. So let's turn it. That's not what I want. Inches. 2997. This is finicky. I don't like that. 2997. There we go. And what else we gotta do? Haven't flown in a couple days. Guess just go off the checklist. That's it for our setup for now. So aircraft checklists. FMC is done. Radios are on. That's departure clearance. We are not using that, so it's fine. Let's go to lights and turn our strobe on now. Okay. Where's the strobes at? Strobe is here. Red beacon here. That's when we get our pushback. And then we can start our engine. So yeah, let's get our pushback now. I'm just gonna press Alt-P and take off the parking brake. We'll get our pushback and then we'll start our engines because I don't know how to do it yet. So I want to be watching outside the small airport as well. We're not doing a long pushback or anything. I'll go all the way back in case I have to turn left. Okay, put the parking brake on. And start the engine, so power lever is at idle. Parking brake is set. Engine mode selector needs to be at auto. Is that auto? Really? Okay. Interesting. They didn't model that right. Again, this is a very old plane. We want to go to start.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board to our flight.
To run. Okay.
We would like to draw your attention to the safety information you need to follow during this flight. Please stow your hand luggage carefully in the overhead compartments. You can place smaller items under the seat in front of you. When the seatbelt sign is on, please fasten and adjust your seatbelt as here we shown. Keep your seatbelt fastened and visible until the seatbelt sign is off. When you need it, you can release it as here we shown. Before the flight, extension and loop belts are given out by the cabin crew. Ask one if it's necessary. Keep it on for the first flight here. Please switch your mobile phones and all other electronic devices to flight mode. Mobile phones and other electronic devices without a flight mode must be switched off. Before takeoff and landing, please unplug all your electronic devices. Smartphones, tablets, and other small devices may be held, but laptops and larger devices must be stowed in their cases in the overhead compartments
of the seat
in front of you. If your device is lost or falls into the secure
couple small problems with
structure,
like internal modeling, like buttons and stuff, as you saw, but
just call a member of our crew. It is illegal smoke on this flight, including electronic cigarettes. It is also strictly prohibited to smoke in the lavatories, which are equipped with smoke detectors. Attempting to damage these detectors is penalized by law. Should there be a loss of cabin pressure, oxygen masks will drop down
modeled,
automatically.
Maybe not well, but it is modeled.
Pull the nearest mask. Place it over your nose and mouth. Pull the straps to adjust your mask and keep breathing normally. Make sure your mask is well adjusted before helping others.
Nice.
Emergency exits are located on each side of the cabin.
Yeah, you can't
at
expect the most
front,
beautiful
center,
modeling for the
and
cheapest
rear.
plane. That's old, but
The exit signs
looks nice.
will help you
Works.
locate
Cabin's,
them.
cockpit's nice. That's the most
Take a
important
moment now to locate your nearest sign,
Okay, the
which
engine's
may be
definitely not
behind
starting
you.
for some reason.
In the event of an emergency evacuation, leave the aircraft following the exit
Auto.
signs and the illuminated path along the aisle.
Run.
To ensure a
Run,
quick
run.
evacuation, please leave behind all
Jeez.
hand luggage, high heels, and sharp
There we go.
objects. You will find your life vest under your seat. Taking a life jacket from the plane is penalized by law. If needed, slip it over your head, attach the straps, and tie the knit.
Okay, engine's
When you
starting.
reach the exit, inflate your life jacket by pulling the reed
Again, this will take me
toggles
longer
or
the first
by
time
blowing
than
into
any
the
other time,
tube
'cause
or
I
tubes.
do not know what I'm doing yet.
The
Appreciate
light
you
will
guys
come
joining
on
me,
when
actually.
in contact with water. The crew will provide life vest for infants. Please only put the life vest on your infant in an emergency situation and inflate it immediately. Exit doors are equipped with automatically
it's almost
inflating
done.
slides, which the crew will operate in case of an emergency. Before takeoff and landing, please make sure that your window is open, your tray table is closed, and your seat back
Getting
is
there,
fully
closed.
upright. Please stow your footrest,
Let me turn our
video
APU off.
screen, and handset.
Which I could
For
remember
more
where that is.
details,
Our APU.
please read the safety card
Here it
in
is,
your
off.
seat pocket. Make sure you follow
APU
all
bleed
signs
off.
and cabin crew instructions at all
And
times.
now taxi.
Thank you for your attention.
So now it's
Our
our taxi.
captain and the crew wish you enjoy your flight.
Position lights as required. Speed brakes armed and flaps as desired. Flaps are set. Speed brakes need to be set to armed. How are they? Just at 0, I imagine they're armed. Oh, auto spoiler. That might be just like in the air, or that might be armed, I'm not sure. The engine's running is there. Okay, let's do our position lights. Let's do taxi, nose, and side. Okay, landing's down there. Okay, logo on, inspect off. Okay, emergency lights are off. Let's turn them on auto, so they're armed. And let's go ahead and look at our chart. I'll turn on the ATC. I know it usually breaks, so we turn it off, so we always start with it on. So let's keep that on for now, and we'll try to use it as much as we can until it doesn't work. So I'll announce the taxi
Charlie
again.
Yankee Alpha, Zulu Traffic Brickyard Mike Hotel,
Let's get the
Alpha
chart here.
4011 is taxiing to runway 25.
Oh, perfect. Runway 25 is just over there. So let's give it our first bit of power. And the parking brake is off. Check the rudder. Good. Flaps are set to 1. Let's give it some more power. There we go. We are going in our Embraer for the first time. I love it. It's the perfect size for a lot of these flights, like I said. Oh, sorry about that. A couple little issues with some planes there. That's okay. I like the engine sound so far. We'll definitely hear it more as they ramp up fully, but just from taxiing, setting it back to idle there, the little like sounds it made when it went down, that was pretty cool. Alright, let's go ahead and turn our landing lights on. That's lighting. Very responsive tiller. You can see I can turn very quickly. I like that. Sounds great so far. We'll announce your taxi one more time.
Traffic Brickyard Mike Hotel, Alpha
So
4011.
I'll make sure everyone on the frequency knows what we're doing.
Runway 25.
Let's start lining up on the runway. We should get the option to say that soon. And let's take off.
Charlie Yankee Alpha, Zulu Traffic Brickyard Mike Hotel, Alpha 4011 1-1, taking off runway 25, departing straight out.
Okay. Spoilers are armed, flaps are set, taxi lights, landing lights, everything's set. The only thing I'm wondering, it wasn't on the checklist, so I don't think we have it, but we haven't done anything with auto brakes if it has them, so I will check for that quickly. Set it back to idle. Yeah, I like that noise. This is going to sound pretty cool, I bet. Anybuilds is great with their sound. I'm not sure. I think Anybuilds made this plane. I'm just going to... I call it that because it's where you get it from. So it still is technically an Anybuilds plane, but other creators do upload like through Anybuilds. So yeah, there we go. There is an auto brake. If it is someone who made it, I apologize. I'll make sure I correct that next time, and I'll double check. But I believe this one was made by Anybuilds. It was just quite a long time ago. Alright, let's go ahead and see that our V-speeds are on here. They are, that's perfect. 107 is what we're looking for. And hopefully the voices work, which would be really cool. Parking brake is off. Stabilize, it's full power. Does sound pretty good.
70 knots, 80 knots.
I like that.
V1 8.
Wow. This is going to be a great plane for this
V2.
series. That takes off crazy quickly. Did they say gear up? Let's pause the rate, gear up. This is awesome. Oh wow, the sound effects. Oops, so let's set our flaps off. That's a cool warning. I was just about to check that too. I'll have to... From the port over, I guess they didn't model where you can see like your co-pilot. So I haven't turned that off, so let's set our autopilot. We should have already done that. Altitude. Autopilot on. Nav mode. If I do direct. Oh, let's just keep it on that. Let's just go right on our path here. If I can figure that out. I'm not sure if it can. Might be too much for it. It's going to do a full left turn all the way around, I guess. I would do direct. I'm just not sure how to do it yet on here. Flight plan. So we are just going to direct to that. I don't want it to go direct to the airport and lose the approach stuff, so that's why I'm kind of worried about that. Is there an auto throttle on this plane? That'd be very great if there is. Takeoff should be on. Auto throttle, yes. Beautiful. $250 knots is what we're set to, because we can't go more than 250 under 10,000. No, we're not flying the right way yet. I think it just wants to go all the way around to do it. Direct to, let's just look at our chart real quick. See if we can direct to one of these waypoints. I don't even see them on here, which is concerning, but the approach is set up in the FMC, so I hope it works, but let's try to enter some of these waypoints manually here. Okay, so for the approach, the ILS, we need to go to MCAM, so let's put that in. MCAM. Direct to MCAM. Oh, that didn't work. Surely it works. Right. Direct to FPD. What is that? This is the island approach, I guess. MCAM is there. Vixor. I don't see that waypoint on there at all. Check our flight. What is that waypoint? That is flying to. We're going to be going to Vixor first. VIXOR. Can I not just do random waypoints? Like, that should work. It's pretty important. Flight plan waypoints you can do. It's also important, but flying a direction, that's for sure. Let's set our altitude up. Altitude set. Set it for the 21,000 we're supposed to be cruising at here. There we go, 21,000. Yeah, so confused about the flight planning part of this plane. Maybe we can add it in here and that will do it. So from user, how do I add an waypoint? Let's see. This. Next waypoint, there we go. Can I do that? VIXOM. This is very important, so I hope this would work. Not in database. Did I do M? Sorry, I think I said M. Yeah, I did. Vixor. Okay, that looked like it worked. Return. Insert. I don't see that though. From user. Decel CVVR. Vixor like just isn't there. Like they just didn't add that. Great. I do not know. Map. It's just going right to the airport. That's not helpful. Insert this. This is gone, but let's do this again. Slash -7. We're at 21,000. No, we're not. Oh, we gotta go way slower for some reason. Just set to 240. Is that the ideal climb rate or something? No idea. It is beautiful. We gotta look at that for a sec. Take a picture there too. It does look great. But we gotta... Is my flight director off? That would not be helpful. Make sure that's on. Goddamn on. Alright, I just don't know what to do here. If it doesn't enter pretty important waypoints. I think that's an important part of this. Back to this island. Vixor is important. Okay, let me just look it up real quick. Let's enjoy the view for a moment. Let's see if this works. I got a different way to do it. Flight plan. Let's see. Builds. I don't need the real thing. I don't want any builds. window again. Still looking this up. It's not what my FMS even looks like. I think it's been upgraded, but it doesn't work. Flight plan. From user. Next. This is pretty important. Next waypoint. VIXOR. Not in database. Okay. Let's just try a different one again. TALPI. TALPI. Not in database. NACMA. I'll try that. Let's just try the ILS. MCAM. EMKAM. Okay, so I don't know what to do here. So they know it doesn't work there, but apparently you can enter it here. 1 second. So enter the waypoint. Press the LSK. What is that? Not in database as well. Fantastic. Entering manually waypoints. Yeah, I don't know how to do it specifically for this plane. I'm getting like answers for 2020 in general, but not for the Embraer. So you're gonna find a video on it real quick. I don't see anything on it. Uh-oh. Alright, well. I guess we might not be going the correct approach here. $51 miles from the airport. So let's just see if let's try to do it ourselves, I guess. Well, ILS is at 3,000. 21 minus 3, we need to lose 18,000, so we need 54 miles. And we have less than that, so let's set the altitude now to 3,000. Okay, 3,000, almost there. Yeah, we'll really have to work on how the flight plan enters stuff into FMS. Is very, very important, obviously. 3,000. What's our ground speed? 357. So 1,800. So let's go down to 2,000 here. Vertical speed mode. Where do I see what my vertical speed is set to? I can't see it. That's not helpful. Roughly 2,000 there, I guess. 2,100, sure. Alright, well hopefully that goes down fast enough. Obviously, all of these landing lights never came off anything. We had other bigger problems to worry about. Let's quickly get the new... We didn't go to standard, but let's make sure our altimeter's set. Sim brief, WX. We're flying to CYVR. Sorry, this was such a complicated flight. Did not think it would be. It is 3001. So let's set that. 3001, there we go. Now we're below 8,000 actually, so we'll keep the passenger lights back on. Taxi lights can just come off. Yeah, if I can figure out how it works, I do like this plane quite a bit. Set our auto brake to 2. Okay, we hit the decel, so I don't know what it's trying to decel to. 141. I have no idea what landing speeds are. It seems quite low though, but I will let it control its speed for this first time, because it does know what it needs. I hope. Let's set this information up real quick as well. Back to WX, so QNH is 3001. Everything else is not set up right, so I doubt this is going to matter, but I'll just make sure it is set up right, just in case it does. 05, so it's 5 degrees, dew point is -4. Oh, it just wants the first, okay. What's the wind? The wind is 090, 4 knots. 090/04. So we want it the other way. 4 at 090, possibly. No, okay. 090/4. Sure. Yep. Transition altitude is 5,000. It's 18, but doesn't really matter. See if we can change it. Okay, so in progress. Where do we activate the approach phase? I know we can do that somewhere. Maybe it would be just when we're closer. Okay, there are flap speed, that's helpful. We can extend our landing gear at 250 knots. Let's see the chart. I really don't think we're going to MCAM. I don't know. Hope we are. Is that what just determined that we are now? I don't even know. What is it doing? no idea what it's doing right now. Just on heading mode, I guess. No, it's in nav mode. See where we are compared to this. Okay, is it going to MCAP? Seems like it might be. We're not at all at 3,000. 0 more view. Not yet. I'm already so confused what's going on here. Oh, I will. Maybe. I need not this flight, next flight. We're about to land. We're not at the right elevation or anything. We're way above 3,000. This is not going well. Oh boy. Let's set our speed brakes. That will help, at least. Power at idle. Speed brakes on fully.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are close to landing at the destination airport. Ensure the window is open, the tray table is closed, and the seat back is fully upright. Stow the footrest,
I don't know what's going
video
on here.
screen, and headset. Fasten and adjust the seat belt. Thanks.
Let's just do it all manually, I guess. Heading, select. Let's go. Where is my heading selector? Essentially turn around to intercept the ILS. Let's turn left, actually. Let's turn left. Let's do this properly. Give it some more room. Because I don't know what's going on. Good to see you streaming again, dude. Been a while since I've been hopped onto one. Nice to see you again. And nice to be streaming again. Why is the altitude below 3,000 massively? That's not good.
Terrain. Pull up.
Uh-oh.
Terrain.
Bad things here.
Pull
Bad things
up.
here.
Terrain.
Not our
Pull
first,
up.
good first flight here at this point. Almost crashed into the water. We're fine. Altitude hold. Yes, get there on its own. Okay, when I deselected vertical speed, altitude was not automatically selected. Good to know. Let's set some flaps. Okay, there we go. Trying to get to 200 knots. It's got powerful engines for being so small. But it's Aerojet engines and it's a small plane, so I guess that makes sense. That is heading what? 083. Is plane worth it? I'm trying to see if the flight plans don't work. If I can't add in waypoints, then no, unfortunately. It's cool and it's fun, and I hope it works, and it probably will. I just need to do something different. I just don't know what that is yet, but we'll see. Trying to do this manually this time so we can get it on the ground, and then our next flight plan will also be longer, so there'll be more waypoints, so we'll make sure it works properly then. Turn our heading a little bit here. What is the course knob set to? What does it say? No. I have one. That's not even set correctly there. I've already set it in here, so that doesn't make sense. But where's the comms panel? I got try to set it manually. Is there something I need to do over here for ILS? Yes, it looks like it. It needs to be at 110.5. I can't change it here though. So far it seems like it's not properly fully functional. Henry, I don't got time for you. Like I try to add in waypoints and it just doesn't work. So that's a bit odd. Yeah, I know. I want to fly a good Embraer as well. So yeah, we'll see. It can't be that dysfunctional though. Like it's a very important thing. Obviously, so I'm hoping. I just need to fix it somehow. Why are we turning right? Okay. Yeah, that wasn't great. What is the heading not even set to? Does it tell me what it is set to? Just have to wait till I get there. I think so. It's also not great. 081, I think it is. Dude, I was letting my pants over. Henry. Oh boy. Fully manual here. Let's see. Needs to get to like 081 or something. 083. Let's see. Let's go to 90 first. Great. It's gonna take some time to fix itself there. To get over though to Ekram, so let's set the heading to like there. Let's turn our land lights and stuff on early here, taxi lights and everything. What is going on in the chat right now? Let's turn on the approach, activate the approach. It's good heading. I don't want to be on localizer like find right now. Let's move over some. I think that's the airport over there. Somewhere that way. What an interesting landing this is. Completely manual slash automatic. Manual to get to the automatic. Let's see. We're still not flying quite enough over there. Yeah, Graham is that it doesn't descend right away. Okay, that's good. We're headed to Ekram basically. Whatever it is. Can't even see it on there. I just gotta assume I am. Oh boy. The target super slow. If anyone's watching the video afterwards, you should check the live chat replay. Got some literature experts will say. Okay. What are our flaps right now? We're set to 2. I believe it's 10 already, so let's set our speed manually. Set my speed manually, I guess. Okay. Glego subscribe to the channel. It's only what, the 40th time you've done that, Henry? Thank you. Thank you, appreciate it. Where are we? We should just pass on this side, which is what I want. Then I'll try to set the heading and go to localizer. Hopefully the next flight we can figure it out a bit better. Auto brakes at 2, speed brakes are armed, I think. No real idea. Let's change the heading a little bit here. Let's get a bit closer to what it should be for the airport. 083. Let's go to localizer. The approach is armed. Possible pilot defecation. I need to hear that actually on the radio. I have no idea if it's on the localizer. Glide slope is armed. VNAV should be on. It hasn't intercepted it though. It says ADFR. Let's just pause this for a sec. I don't think it's correct. Like the right frequency here. 270. It's set there correctly. It's 270 though, like ADF. I don't know what that is. I'm gonna change that to the frequency as well. I got no idea how this thing works. 110.55. Yeah, I don't know. Let's go to approach mode or localizer. No idea again if it's actually working. Nav 2 is 0. Nav 1 is 0. That's great. Where do I change the nav radios then? Directly? I think it's this one. That's for comms though. Like it should just be in radio navigation, obviously. It just doesn't work, it seems. POR/frequency. I don't think that's gonna work. We're gonna probably do this whole manual landing. That's fine. Let's press play here. What's the range here? Range is now 10. Vancouver International is right there. See the glide slope. We're lined up well, actually, so maybe we are. I set it to the left by quite a bit. We're not really to the left by quite a bit, so I'm hoping that we're actually on the glide slope here properly. Might be. Set our gear down. How many miles are we from that? Just over 10 miles. See if the FMS speed is going to drop automatically. It should. Should I yell Leroy Jenkins at the radio? Yeah, that will do it. Or just meow on the frequency. That's a normal pilot thing to do. Okay, we are on the glide slope. That's perfect. That's great. Did not expect that to work. Set it to a manual speed, please. That doesn't look right. What is going on? Keep it automatic, I guess. Set more flaps. Is that going to lower that? It is. Okay, good. Let's get the slight cross from landing. That throttle's to like 40%, but we're still on auto throttle for now. Lights are all set. Sure. Speed brakes are armed, I think. Auto brakes on 2. Yeah, sure. Set another set of flaps. Alright, now let's go to 135. Probably a stupid question, but what does lock in the localizer mean? It's not a stupid question. So the localizer, the ILS works with like a big radar, a little tower, and like a radar shooting out at the plane that's telling it exactly whether to go up or down or left or right. And that's called a localizer. So when you intercept it, it means the plane has got that signal, and it can start telling your plane what to do. So that's what that means. Like we're on the localizer. It only shoots within a small area, as you can see. It shoots within that area. And the right height, certain height as well. Okay. Set full flaps for landing. Why did that set my auto speed to 360?
Autopilot.
Let's just turn that off then. Let's do a manual landing from here. Alright. Full send. First landing in this plane. I don't know if it's going to go super well. Let's raise the nose to get that speed down. I've been pampered with the HUD recently a couple times. The last 2 planes we've been practicing our HUD landings, like with the meatball, the indicator. We don't have that in this plane, obviously, so back to visual.
400.
I'm going to try to land at about 120. That's what I want.
300. 200.
Minimums.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Oh, okay. Not flare that soon enough. That's my bad. Slam the nose down too, whatever. Auto brake is going just fine. We don't need the reversers. Oh, auto reversers as well. Okay, cool.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the destination airport. Please keep your seatbelt fastened and don't get up from your seat until the aircraft is completely stopped in a terminal. We will leave the plane in row order by calling. Don't forget that the contents of the upper luggage rack could move during the flight. Be careful when opening it. Passengers in transit with a connection to another destination, please go to the airline counter at this airport. Our
Zero
staff will
morphine,
gladly
yes,
help
it does
you
do
in the
that.
process.
Takes
The
over
captain
everything.
and
As
crew
long
of
as
this
everything's set
flight,
up right, the
we thank you
frequency
for
and
flying with us.
arm the approach, it basically tells
We
the
wish
plane
you a
that
happy stay.
yes, you can come down. It wasn't too bad of a landing, like except I just didn't flare early enough. So thinking it's such a small plane, I need to get closer. Like I'm probably gonna flare too high. I thought I would, so I waited longer than usual and actually flared too low. Let's tune ground and request taxi.
Vancouver ground, Brickyard, Mike Hotel, Alpha, 4011 taxi to the gate.
Let's get to the gate. Welcome to Vancouver International.
Brickyard, Mike Hotel, Alpha 4011 taxi to gate tree 4 via taxiway. Mike 1, Mike Juliet, Juliet, Bravo, Juliet, Charlie 6, Juliet, Golf 6.
Okay, Mike 1
Taxiing
and
to
then
gate
Mike.
tree. For using taxiway, Mike 1, Mike Juliet, Juliet, Bravo, Juliet, Charlie 6, Juliet, Golf 6,
Where's
Brickyard,
Juliet
Mike
Bravo?
Hotel, Alpha 4011.
It's Juliet Alpha. Where the hell is Juliet Bravo? And Juliet 6 and Charlie? I have no idea where Juliet is. See Juliet Alpha, that's all I see. Weird. Let me go to airports. Charts. Taxi. And see if I can see the parking positions, the gates. Gate 34. To get an idea where it wants me to go. 34 is over there, okay. Let's go back to this. Probably wanted me to turn around on Juliet, then go the other way, or on Mike, sorry. That's my bad. Oh, there's Juliet. Juliet's this right here. I see. That wasn't super clear. And then Golf, yeah. Somehow not on hotel though, so it wants me to do a bunch of weird stuff that probably wouldn't happen in real life. But that's flight sim. I hate to see, honestly. Yeah, we'll go to the right gate though. It'll be a little bit of a taxi. Let's turn our auto brake is off. It already is off. It's great. Yeah, so I like how the plane flies. I just got to figure out the FMS, and if the autopilot and stuff works like that, then that'll be perfect. Like the ILS frequency worked and everything, and that's like waypoints is the most essential thing, and not as hard to set up as like an ILS. So there's no way the plane like doesn't have that working. Like they wouldn't sell it. I hope. So let's turn the landing lights off as well. What's my next destination? So this is our last Canadian flight from Tofino, which is just outside of Vancouver, to Vancouver, and now we're going to Seattle. If you check the description of the video, there's also a link there to the spreadsheet that I use for all the planning, so you'll be able to see it all there. It looks like someone is on it. Or that might, never mind, I had two tabs, one with the other account on it, so that makes sense. Vancouver International, there we go. Sorry, I'm just updating the spreadsheet, moving us over. There we go. Head over to Juliet. I think this will be Juliet now. Yes, it is. I believe Lake Louise is in Banff, right? So we already have, actually. Or at least a very similar lake, like next to it. We might have missed Lake Louise itself. We did a lot of Rockies flying. But luckily, it's almost all in one episode, so you can see it all. Episode 7, and then 8 is a short, like one short flight that basically leaves the Rockies. So 7 and 8, and I think maybe the first flight in episode 9 was still in the mountains. But if you want to see, essentially Lake Louise, go check those out. Okay, where does this taxi go? Yep, this was our last one, so we finished BC up, so we're going to be flying now south to the US, so no more Canada until the very end of the series where we come back over Alaska. Obviously it's a return to the US, and then northern Canada, and then we go back to Toronto to end it off. So Canada is the only, Canada and then technically the US are the only countries we're not doing in order. Like we'll come back to them again. Oh, voice crack, lovely. But only for Alaska and the northern part of Canada. We've already done the southern half. That was flight number 41 that we just did. Hi Michael, how are you doing? Thanks for joining the stream. Look at how small we are compared to an A330. So, gate 40 was like around here, I believe. Pretty good, how about you? I'm doing well. let's go check out that other chart again. It gives us the actual numbers. Let's just use this from now on. Let's keep ourselves on here. Oh, it doesn't work. Move maps doesn't work here. So 34 is around the second one there. Okay. It's actually not what I was thinking. So that's this one. So let's turn left quickly. It's not past that, it's past that. It should be just over there. Whoa. That's a lot. Alright. The tutorial for day 320 was amazing. I learned it in one whole day. Awesome, man. Good for you. I appreciate that you thought it was good and it helped you out. It's super cool. Probably stuck with the Delta Embraer for this flight as well. And maybe we'll change to a different livery after that. Someone's at our gate. It's unacceptable. That's our gate right there. We'll park in between the two gates then. There we go. I'll shut down the engines. We're just going to do it the control shift D way. I do want to get to the next flight quickly so I can see if the FMS and everything works properly. Yeah, no APU, nothing like that. I know we're not doing it correctly this time. We're also not at the gate, so we couldn't unload the passengers or anything. So yeah, I like the plane, I like the sounds and everything. Looks pretty good, especially on the outside, which is most important. In the cockpit. It flies well, like by hand. And I'm excited to learn and get better with flying it by hand. Just not the best with the FMFs so far. So let's end that. So I'm going to turn my camera off here. And let's create the flight plan for the next one. Sim brief, new. Really? Come on. Wow, this is the first. 1 second. Signing back in. There we go. New flight. We're going from VVR over to Seattle Tacoma, which is KSEA. There we go. And in the E170, of course. There it is. CVVR, is that incorrect? CYVR, that's my bad. There we go. Let's import that to the game. We do not need much fuel. Wow, it's very fuel efficient. Being so small, it makes sense. Let's go ahead and let's go ahead and set this gate as our departure. And let's press start flight. We'll be right back. We're just heading to the washroom, guys. Appreciate you watching and sticking around. Alright, I'm back. Appreciate you guys waiting. Alright, still ready to fly. We have no external things to actually do, like chocks or engine covers. Don't want to look too close. This is an old plane, like I said, so I imagine the textures aren't amazing. Yeah, they're not super good, but let's see in here. No good landing gear textures or anything. I'm not too surprised or disappointed by that.
Autopilot.
Battery. Try to remember this. Ground power unit. Change these auto if we can, because we cannot change these. It's fine. So that's just something we can't do. Turn the other battery on. Turn these electrical systems on. Let's go to auto on here. I believe. Arm the lights, passenger lights on. And then fuel pumps on. And then APU start. Where's the APU start? Here it is. So that's starting. And then it will switch to on. Yep, there we go. So done it right so far. Hydraulics need to come to auto at some point. So it's probably fine to just do it now. Alright, let's turn our nav lights on. And then what else do we need here? Passenger oxygen to auto. APU. Sounds like it's running. Let's turn the APU bleed on. True, I should. Oh, it doesn't play a sound when it goes off. I thought it'd play a little ding. There's no one in there to mess with right now, unfortunately. Any build says an ERJ? It does. Let me just make sure right now if they've actually built it. It is technically an indie-built aircraft, but they might. Yeah, Virtualcol FS software actually is the one who built it. It's available through the indie-built store, so that's my bad. It's about $12, so it seems worth it as in like it's worth that price. I'm not sure if I absolutely love it right now just because the stuff I don't know that works, so again we're gonna give it another shot. Maybe it's just entering in extra waypoints that don't work and the original flight plan will work, which is pretty good. Not good enough for most instances, but still. Let's go to the checklist because I'm lost now. So that's done. Set and check. Yep, let's do a pitot heat. We didn't do that. That is over here, I believe. Ice protection. Auto. Is that? That is that, right? Yep. So we don't actually have to do that. It's just already on. Engine 1. Let's turn on wing as well and windshield heating. Though anti-ice off. We do want it on actually. Air conditioning says required. Engine bleed air set to on. Oxygen to auto. It already is. Flaps are up. Trim. Let's do the FMC now. So let's see what we can do with this. If we go to init, what do we have? Okay, let's clear that. That's not what I meant to do. We have the departure and arrival is correct. I'm going to press import again. Sometimes that helps. Importing it again while you're in the plane. Let's see. Yeah, I'll correct the title and the thumbnail afterwards that it's an any builds and then put the actual company that made the plane in it. So I was incorrect on that. Flight Effects, I think it was called. No, not Flight Effects. Just read it. Virtualcol. Made it. Okay. Anyway, let's go back to the FMS. Sorry, got distracted. Cruise is 17,000. FL 170. And it is what temperature at that height? -8. Wind doesn't matter. Okay, in it. Let's go to data. No. Menu, no. Flight plan. Okay. Does have waypoints. That's the first step, obviously. Hold on. Just got a message. I actually do gotta check on my phone one moment. Okay, we're good. Looks good. Next, okay, we have the waypoints. Let's set our departures though. Departure. Runway 8 right. And we're not using any SIDS. Insert. And then our destination will be arrival. Runway 16 right. ILS 16 right. And we are doing the MAN R8 star. Why are they not available here? 16 right. Why is it not there? Approach via, no. Okay, let's just insert that then. Maybe we won't do that. Let's see. I'm just gonna import it again in case that it was already on there. I don't think it was. Just change this departure to 8 right again. There we go. With no SID. Insert. Okay. Here's 8 right. Immediate right turn. There's no SID. Let's see if we should actually do a departure so we can not have that be messed up. Let's unload this flight. And load the new flight in to SimBrief. Import from SimBrief. Okay, there we go. Approach is available. Let's go to 16 right with no transition. There's no option for no transition. Okay. Let's add that in. 16 right. Hopefully that's all in though. I don't know if it is really. Guess we'll see. Departures, let's see what we want. So from runway 8 right, and that's where we're going. We have this stay. What is that? Okay, let's do that. That looks fine. So that'll be a bit more fluid. 8 right. There we go. Insert that. Okay, that's still an immediate right turn, but that's fine. So I think the FMS is planned. We got to do performance numbers. Flap setting 1. Okay. Fuel. Another message that's important, sorry. I don't know if this fuel prediction. Don't know if that's where we have to set stuff up in advance. I don't think so. That's fine. Flight plan. I think it all looks fine. As good as I can figure it out anyway. Again, I don't know for sure. So let's go ahead and go back to the checklist. It's fine. Radios are set. Just strobe and beacon and pushback. So I'll just check these off, but we'll ignore that for now. Strobe is on. Beacon's on. Let's get our pushback. Let's get our clearance.
Mike Hotel Alpha 4011 IFR to Seattle, ready to copy.
Brickyard Mike Hotel Alpha 4011 is cleared to Seattle Airport as filed. Expect runway 08 or maintain 17,000 feet. Departure frequency is 126. 125 squawk 0632.
You know what?
Cleared to Seattle as filed. Runway
Center
08
squawk
or maintain
0652.
17,000 feet. Departure frequency is 126. 125 squawk 0632 Brickyard Mike Hotel
0632,
Alpha
oops.
4011.
Oh, come on.
Brickyard Mike Hotel Alpha 4011 readback is correct.
There you go.
Contact ground on 121. 7 when ready to taxi. Good day.
Let's do that. Where does the view reset? Why is it going to that view? That's not what I want. Why is that happening? Sorry. Don't know why my view is saved to like right out the window now. When I reset it, that's annoying. Okay. Tune ground. Crush startup clearance.
Vancouver ground Brickyard Mike Hotel Alpha 4011 gate 75 Alpha information Alpha. Request startup.
Startup is approved. Altimeter is 3011, so 3001. Let's change that. It's making some weird sounds now. Some weird things in this plane. Like that's the setting for hectopascals or inches, but it's also not going to inches. What is going on here? Hey Romic, how you doing? I'm doing well. This is some issues for sure. Okay, let's request taxi.
Vancouver ground
start our
Brickyard
pushback.
Mike Hotel Alpha 4011 with Alpha ready to taxi IFR.
Let's just turn our engine on here. Can I do it? Okay, I'm gonna do Control E to start up manual here. I don't know what's going on right now. It's starting up things, but now it's engines are starting up and all electrical systems are off. I'm so confused.
Autopilot.
Okay.
Taxiing hold short runway 08.
Today we're in an
via
Embraer
taxiway, Papa
E170.
Juliet, Alpha Juliet, Juliet Bravo Juliet, Charlie 6 Juliet, Lima cross runway 1 tree, Lima 6 Brickyard Mike Hotel Alpha.
So far it's not working so well for us. Okay, we're going to taxi to 8 right. Let's pull up the chart. Airport info. Where's 8 right? 8 right over there. Okay. Yeah, Papa. Juliet Alpha. Papa, Juliet Alpha. And then Juliet Bravo. Oh yeah, Juliet Bravo. Then Lima. Okay, I see where we're going here. Nice, they're actually putting me on the line this time, not just straight back. Engine's not started, are you serious? Why did they not start? I did Control E, okay. Fine, I'll start my engines now. Okay, just gotta wait a second for those to start up. Set the parking brake. Okay. What is going on here? Yeah, I don't know if this, I could say it's worth it, honestly. It seems a lot of things don't work, especially all the bugs around right now, the sound and everything. I do like the sounds from the plane, dude, normally. They're not bugged out. What are the controls moving for as well? What is going on? What is going on? Is the engine starting up? Like, what is controlling my plane right now? Okay, I'm gonna end the flight. We'll have to restart, unfortunately. I don't know what's going on right there. And just in case it's some problems with only the 170, let's go to 175. It's bigger, slightly larger. Not that that will change anything. I don't think it's going to be any different, just larger. But, you know, just in case, let's try it out. Oh, we have some different liveries here. Oh, we have Air Canada for this. That's cool. Let's fly Air Canada then. Should have for the last one too. Let's go there. Save them back. Let's get the sim brief up here. Edit the flight. Not much, but we just gotta change the fuel here. I don't know how to change the fuel for this plane. This plane specifically in game. So once we generate that, I'm just gonna load the fuel through the menu to have the correct amount, or roughly the correct amount. So we need 2.5 kilograms, 1,000 kilograms. Let's go to configure. Air Canada sucks. Yeah, some things for sure. Alright, let's see. That's like 5,000 pounds will be enough. Can we not? Can we? There we go. Let's put 5,000 pounds in it. That should be enough to get there. There we go. Let's import the flight. And let's go ahead and set our gate to where we were, a little closer to where we were actually landing, and also closer to where we're taking off. Let's try this again. Technically with the new plane, it's basically just a little longer. Don't think there's any other changes. Maybe there is, maybe it works. Yeah, it looks basically the same. But this should be a bigger one. Got the neat, nice little mask. The Air Canada special. Yeah, it looks the same, obviously.
Autopilot.
Turn that battery on. Turn this to auto. This can't turn to auto still. No, it definitely needs to. Okay. Well, that's not fixed in it. Turn this to auto. Turn these on. Turn the fuel pumps on. Power unit should be on as well. Turn the APU on. There we go. Turn nav, our strobe on. Just as fast as we can here. Auto depressure, auto oxygen. Hydraulic pumps can be set to auto. Sorry, anti-ice system's on. We'll wait till the APU comes on. There we go. APU bleed. APU generators on automatically. Turn off external power. Turn on the passenger lights. Arm the emergency lights. Quickly pull up the checklist again. I think we have done it. I'm just going to look through them. So we've done all of that. Pitot heat I did not do, but it's already automatic. Yep. Anti-ice is on. Air conditioning. Yep. Engine bleeder. Oxygen auto. Okay. Flaps are up. Everything is good. Let's see what we're doing here. Initialization. Let's run through this quickly again. Apologize. Not like it's my fault, but I mean, feels like it's a delay anyway. There we go. Just gotta change this and the FL190 and temperature is -7 for cruise. There we go. So performance flaps 1. That's fine. Transition altitude is gonna be 18,000. Right. I already guarantee it is, so let's change that. Nope, they want it in feet. There we go. Flight plan. Departure. 8 right, and we're taking that. Insert. Destination. Arrival. ILS 16 right. No transition, insert that. I don't see why I don't see the waypoints and everything in between those on the flight plan. Why is that not working? Why is it just going to go directly there? And I had them in last time. Let's import it again. Should not be the only way to put waypoints in. Plan. Okay, looks like they're in. That's good enough, I guess. Departure. 8 right. Insert. Okay, so we have to import through SimBrief. That's not right. It should definitely work. ILS 16 right. Insert. And that's the only way to do it, then that's not going to be good. I'm not going to do all the ATC stuff. We already did that. I'm going to have to get clearance again for it to work.
Vancouver clearance delivery Air Canada, Mike Hotel Alpha 4011 ready to copy IFR clearance to Seattle.
It's in inches this time, so we can set our altimeter 3001.
Air Canada Mike
It's
Hotel
still like
Alpha
that.
4011 is cleared to Seattle Airport as filed expect runway 08 or maintain FL190. Departure frequency is 126. 125 squawk 6222.
Clear to Seattle as filed runway 08 or maintain FL190. Departure frequency is 126. 125 squawk 6222 Air Canada, Mike Hotel Alpha 4011.
Squawk
Air
set
Canada
already.
Mike Hotel Alpha 4011 readback correct. Contact ground on 121. 7. Good day.
Alright, let's request taxi. I'm just going to do the
Vancouver
pushback
ground
ourselves.
Air Canada Mike Hotel Alpha
There we
4011.
go. Let's start up our
with
engines.
Alpha ready to taxi IFR.
Air Canada Mike Hotel Alpha 4011 taxi to and hold short of runway 08 are via taxiway Golf Hotel Lima Cross runway 1 tree Lima Lima 6. Contact tower on 118. 7 when ready.
Taxiing hold short
Okay.
runway 08 are
Figure out
using
that.
taxiway Golf Hotel Lima Cross runway 1 tree Lima Lima 6 Air Canada Mike Hotel Alpha 4011.
Okay. Is the engine starting correctly? I can't tell. Hydraulic pressure low. Let's set to auto. Fuel. Low. X speed maybe. Let's go back to the checklist real quick for engine start. Stop pushing back. We're probably too far now. Honestly, that's fine. Starting engine. Let's go to here. Let's go to fuel pumps. Fuel pumps auto. All three are auto. Okay, I had nothing to do with that. X feed then. Keep it on the original then, low. Let's reset here and let's go start that. Start that engine. Needs to go to run. I see. I don't think I'm supposed to be doing both at once, but that's fine. Oh yeah, we're way too far back. That's fine. Ignore that. Air Canada things. Don't even worry about it. And I know this is supposed to be on auto. It doesn't actually move. I think it is on auto. That's off. That's auto. Okay, let me do Control E again. Action. Is there anything I missed? Nope. It's not doing anything. What if I do this? Engines. Anything gonna change there? Ready to flight. Okay. I don't think the engines are functioning correctly. Everything's on auto. Everything looks fine. I can do Control E. That doesn't work either. Well, we might not be able to fly this plane. Okay, now this engine's starting. This is really odd. It's full power. Now that engine's starting. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this thing. I'm trying to give it as many chances as possible. Park and brake off. That's because Air Canada, yeah. Someone tells me this is might not be the livery's fault. Pull up the chart. Not that I'm even gonna listen to what they said, really. Let's go this way. I'm worried about the plane actually working, more importantly. You're what I might get? I want a regional jet. The other option I was looking at was the RJ Professional, the Aeroflight or whatever it is. I've heard good things about that, so I might go get that, honestly. There's a lot of issues with this, and the FMS still won't let me enter waypoints, so I don't want to spend too much of our flights on it and not actually enjoying the series. And doing the flights that we're supposed to be watching while I'm trying to make this work, and it's not working, so... Yeah, that's unfortunate, but I know it's unexpected, but I made my mind up. I was starting to think about it. I'm going to end the stream here, and maybe stream later today to continue this. Possibly not. But I think I'm going to go buy the Aeroflight, the RJ Professional, or I think that's what it's called, and refund this, if I can anyway. It's not any build's fault, it's their store, but it's made by Virtualcol, so yeah, I can't recommend it, unfortunately. There's just a bit too many issues with it. But I do like how it looks and how it hand flies when you're actually flying, but that's about it. Alright, see you guys, I appreciate you watching. Hopefully we have some better luck next time. We got one flight out of it. Alright, see you guys. It just flight, okay, yeah, I'm gonna go get that plane. And I'm gonna eat and everything. I might stream right away with that. I might not. I can't guarantee you. I'll have to see what I got time for. We'll have it for the next stream for sure, whenever that is. Good to know. Yeah, I had no idea. I just trusted any builds, but we'll see. I know the planes they make are good.